Okay. What is up, woke family? It's your boy Wokey Bucks, and I'm back again with another video. Most conspiracy theories aren't just theories. Let's get into this video.
Let's get deep into conspiracy theories. Eddie Bravo on Joe Rogan. He looks into it for 20 minutes straight.
I mean, it's horrific. They set up this reservation, and everybody got syphilis. Everybody's banging everybody, and they all got syphilis, and people's hair's falling out. They have ulcers all over their body, and people are going crazy and dying.
Now, what if all that shit, all the Indians had syphilis, were like jealous white dudes?
They're not the Indians, everybody. The soldiers had syphilis. Everyone had syphilis.
Okay.
This is
But you know what I'm saying, right?
Their
Like
immune
Indians
system
got
is fucked.
syphilis. You don't want to fuck them. Meanwhile, the white chicks wanted to fuck the Indians. They're like, let's go fuck the Indians.
it's
The
what
loony
do you
left
think they want?
right now, all the top
should
of
be
the
a
loony
t-shirt, by
left,
the
the
way.
top of the loony left, the top of them, they're all going to go down for some shit.
Okay,
It's
what
not
do
just
you
Hunter
think they
Biden.
want?
It's not just Hunter Biden.
What
It's
do you
Pelosi.
think they want, Eddie?
They want world wars. They want, you know what happened? Remember 9/11? The day before 9/11, Donald Rumsfeld makes an announcement that the Pentagon is missing
Yes.
$2.3 trillion.
Right.
Guess what? There was going to be a lot of investigations going on. People were going to go down for that. But guess what? 9/11 happens and no one brings it up. So if we have a world war right now, those people won't go to prison. What would you rather go? You rather go to prison or world war? Being famous was
not for your head,
the
bro.
greatest thing ever. And now being famous, it's not so great. It's like you're just a target, you know? It's like being
It depends. You have a voice. The thing
Yeah.
is, if you can take the heat, like look
I'm
at how
talking
many
about
people.
I'm talking about being like a famous actor or a rock star. You're a target. I mean, look at the news these days. Look at the news. Look what they're saying.
But who's watching
over
that,
and
Eddie?
over? Nobody.
No one's
But
really
over
fucking
and
it.
I definitely agree with some points. The more clout or the more fame you have to understand that you're going to have people that are going to try to come after you and try to slander your name, try to say negative things about you. But we as woke members, we have to be able to look beyond those things and be able to see the reality of the world for the way it truly is. You cannot pay attention to outside noise. The more you pay attention to outside noise, the more you're wasting your time, the more you're focusing on things that do not matter, right? People are always going to have an opinion on you, regardless of whether you like it or whether you don't like it. But it's more important to focus on the things that actually matter. Like, for example, you self-improving, you becoming the greatest version of yourself. How are you going to become that person if you're not locked in, if you're not focused on the goal? Stay locked in. Let's keep accomplishing our goals. Let's continue.
over,
What, the news
over
news?
and over. They're wrong about everything, over and over. 3 years of Trump's a Russian agent. They gave Trump the Russian. That's the worst thing you could.
They said Trump was a Russian spy. They said talking about Hunter Biden was Russian misinformation. The guy was smoking crack and running away and blaming black people for like 2 decades.
Give a politician. He's a He's a Russian agent. You can get killed for that shit. They gave him the worst shit. They gave him Russia.
Look at the people in the chat. Eddie Bravo really on crack, not gonna lie. Same thing. As soon as you start talking about this thing, the same amount of people call you on drugs, same people call you crazy, but maybe you're crazy for
What did I say? What did I say? The brother Sneeko, or Sneeko, I don't know how to say his name. He's basically saying the same exact thing I'm saying. When you start to speak about things that are outside of the matrix, most people don't even realize, most people cannot comprehend. They will try to shame you. You have to ignore all of those things. You have to ignore all of those things. People are here to shame you, bro. That's exactly why people are here. It takes a woke individual, a spiritual man of the Most High, a spiritual woman of the Most High, to be able to move past those things, right? You might think, like, even though God obviously tells us to create peace with every man on earth, but it's like, even he came to create division. It even says it in the Bible, right? You're going to have a lot of people that are going to try to shame you for your beliefs, especially when you're speaking the truth. Stand on it. Stand on it. You're not here to be able to impress everybody. The people that understand are woke. The people who don't understand, unfortunately, you're not woke. It is what it is. Let's continue.
being a bot and for not questioning the stuff. Maybe it's a little strange that you believe everything you hear. Maybe it's a little strange, maybe it's a little crazy that you just accept the information that's right in front of your face and you don't question the stuff.
Facts.
Maybe it's crazy that you believe the people in power think that they have the best interest for you. But I'm on crack, right?
Racism, rape. They gave them all that shit. Nothing
find anything.
stuck. Nothing stuck. But if they could do that to the president, they
But
could do
nothing-
that to
it's the
anybody.
first- nothing.
Even
It's
if you
all-
hate Trump, think about this. If Trump didn't win, the person that would be president right now would have a body count. Think about that shit. You'd rather have a person with a body count than Trump just because he's arrogant and overconfident and all.
Hillary, like everyone thought, like, yeah, she's the best. We want her. What was her slogan again? What was Hillary Clinton's slogan? Whatever, but everybody voted for her just because of the fact that she was a woman. They didn't look into the fact that they literally have mad fucking bodies, yo. The Clintons are at the top of the leaderboard of politicians who've killed people. Holy. Haitians? Any Haitians in the chat? Y'all know what the Clinton Foundation did?
Interesting. We're learning new things right now. But it's possible, right? I don't personally know about their history when it comes to people that they've taken out. Now, with that being said, I definitely agree when it comes to we as people living in a society, especially here in the States, that is pro believe all women, right? That is exactly why you see a lot of guys in situations where they're dealing with a woman and they end up getting wrong because society will believe the woman over themselves. For example, if you get into a domestic violence case with a woman, one person is going to leave the house at night. More likely than not, it's going to be the man. So that is supposed to show you that we live in a society that is literally catered towards women, aka a gynocentric society. We have to start waking up and really getting men to stop being soy boys and weak and be masculine, so God can bless us with all the things that He's called us for, as to be masculine leaders. But when you don't have masculine leaders, this is exactly what happens. A woman will take advantage of you and play you 100%. Let's continue.
They pretended like all the earthquake donations were going to Haiti. The Clinton Foundation kept 90% of the money for themselves and let Haiti burn after the earthquake. They're not good people. Do you see how they manipulate you to think like, yes, I want a female president, you dummy? These people are murderers, bloodthirsty murderers. I'm with her. I champion women. Shut the fuck up.
He's a badass businessman. The economy's better than ever. Better than ever. Unemployment better than ever. That's what we have a president here for, to make our country better, more prosperous.
Wrong. Trump's arrogant. He's mean though. He hurts my feelings. Wi-Fi said, love the insults, but where's the Discord like motherfucker, bro? You're retarded. Literally search Discord Sneeko and it's in the description. Okay, he's trolling me right now, isn't he?
And that's what he's doing.
Would you wear a MAGA hat?
It's too dangerous. Are you kidding? It's too dangerous. If I wear a MAGA hat,
If you wear a MAGA hat, you get kicked. You literally get jumped in the street if you wear a MAGA hat. But you could, I'm with her. I'm with the worldwide murderer. I support people who voted for the Iraq War and lied about it. I support these demon politicians. I'm with her. You wear a MAGA hat. That's racist. You're all right.
You know the crazy part about what this brother's saying, and I agree with him. I agree with majority of what he's saying. We live in a society in which people fail to acknowledge the truth, fail to see the things for the way that they truly are, and are blinded by it. And the minute you speak up and say the truth, they will call you a neo-Nazi. They will call you a racist. They will try to shame you in whatever way possible in order to get you to not see your value. You gotta be woke. You gotta be able to see the truth from the way it is. We go back to my original videos, right? From back in 2020, I've been saying the exact same thing. They don't want you to be woke in this matrix. They want you to be blinded. Once you're woke, oh yeah, you're weird. You're different. Now we got to come after you and eliminate you. You understand? They don't want you to see the truth. They don't want you to be woke. They don't. Let's continue.
be like looking over my. If you wear a red hat and it says "Make America Great Again," you get killed. Look how powerful the media is. The media is so powerful that anybody wearing a red hat that says "Make America Great Again," it can get punched.
Except for Kobe Kevin.
Easily. You can't wear that shit in public, bro. You can't. I wore it to my high school when Trump won in 2016, just like ready to troll the libs because I thought it was funny, bro. I've never had looks like that. People looked at me like with like murder in their eyes, bro. I was just like, ha ha, libs. Ha.
Even if you have political stance, right? You're entitled to what you believe in. I will say this. Understand when you do certain things, and this is not only to Sneako, but just people in general, myself included. When you do certain things, understand that you're going to have a certain amount of people that are going to target you. But understand, with those people having quote unquote murder in their eyes, it's not them, bro. It's what they've been conditioned to. It's them being indoctrinated into society and them being told what to do and what is right and what is wrong. The spirits that possess them, whether they're demonic, right? Excuse me, whether they're demonic, you know what I'm saying? So you really need to be able to see things beyond what the Matrix is telling you, because the reality of the situation is that there's a lot of demonic things that are happening both in the spiritual realm and in the physical realm. You have to be woke to be able to see beyond those things, to be able to understand the truth and to be able to see the truth and to be able to move accordingly. You understand? Once you see those things, every other thing is going to make sense. But if you do not see those things for the way that they truly are, you're going to be in trouble. That's the reality. Let's continue though.
Make America great again, stupid. I went to school with all these like woke whites. I'm with her. And they were just like, they're all so virtuous about the stuff they believed in. And it was all dumb. So I just wanted to troll them. And they literally like had to close class down. They brought in therapy dogs. Teachers were crying. I'm like, what? What is it? Is what it is. We have no effect over this. Why are you guys letting this affect your lives so much? It's
Indoctrination.
funny. Trump was funny. Get over it, man.
Dude,
Well, I don't know if it's the media that did that.
Of course
it's
it was.
people's reaction to those hats.
It's anti-Trump.
The media.
It could have been a black hat.
No,
it could have
but
been whatever hat.
all the anti-Trump stuff comes from the media. What we're seeing now is we're seeing clearly who is above the law. There are people that can do whatever the fuck they want. We're seeing it now. It used to be a myth.
I was a Bernie bro, but I was salty after Bernie got after they fucking sold out the election and rigged it for Hillary instead of Bernie. I was so salty, bro. I hated Hillary from the start. Hey, are there any Haitians in the chat? Hillary's the most the Clintons are some of the most corrupt politicians of all time. Benghazi, the Clinton Foundation, you look back at what they did in the 90s, them supporting the Iraq War. Are you kidding me? Lying about weapons of mass destruction. Iraq War had nothing to do with 9/11, but they manipulated a bunch of white people who wanted to go like fight some Arabs after 9/11. And so we went to war for no reason other than to get oil. They're so corrupt. They're so corrupt. And I just hated them so much that I voted for Trump after Bernie. Because what? I saw the manipulation. They just told you like, he's evil. He's evil because he said mean words. He's racist. No, he's not. Is he really more racist than Hillary? Why? Why is he more racist than Hillary? Because he said build a wall?
Conspiracy theory, but we're seeing it now. Who is above the law? With all this is going on with Epstein and all that, and we're seeing how the media...
How did the Epstein shit not wake people up, bro? You know the Clintons went to the island? I mean, apparently Trump went to that island. He was like buddies Epstein too. All the elites went to...
This is the reality. Even with all the elites going to the islands, because I know Bill Gates is also involved in that as well too. And according to what is being talked about, that was the reason why Melinda apparently divorced him. Now, with that being said, we don't know behind the scenes, but I will say this one thing. As for all these elites that you're seeing, that you're watching, understand that these people are part of the world government and that they have the capacity to both make and break the laws because they believe that they are the law. So when you as a woke member of the Most High God see these things, understand it even says in the Bible too, we don't argue against flesh and blood, but against the principalities of darkness and the spiritual high places. I might not have gotten exactly the Bible verse right, but that those are those demonic beings, those demonic forces, evil spiritual forces. You got to be very, very careful for them, and you have to try as much as possible to stay away from them. Trust in God and do the right things. You understand? But understand that whatever man has put or whatever demonic spirit has put a law in place to try to control you in your life, you can try as much as possible and do what you can to be able to get past it. There's always a way. Trust in God. Let's continue.
To the island, all of them. They still do. The billionaires go to islands and have rituals with children. That's not a conspiracy. That is true. You all know that. And you still trust people in power, all the richest people, all the
My brother Sneeko, man, they're not ready for that conversation because a lot of people, unfortunately, do not realize the reality of the world they live in. They are programmed. They're indoctrinated. You're right, 100%. 100%. What you're saying is facts. I agree with you 100%. But a lot of people are not woke. They don't see the truth the way it truly is. They're blinded in this matrix, my man. So when you have somebody that's woke like yourself, like myself, like my family, like your fam. Well, I don't know about your family, right? And I'm not talking about your actual family. I'm talking about like your chat, right? Who can't see the truth. They're gonna try to shame you in one way or another. You understand? It is what it is. Let's continue.
politicians, all the biggest celebrities that you worship, bro, they have to do those rituals to get to that position. Duh. They fly out to islands and they do crazy shit with children.
Facts.
That's true. How did the Epstein, and what happened to Epstein, chat? Did Epstein really delete himself in prison?
You know the crazy part about what is being said right now? This is the reality, man. We have to understand in this society in which we live in the Matrix. If you speak the truth, listen to me carefully. If you speak the truth, they're either going to do two things to you. They're either going to eliminate you or they're going to censor you. Because what the elites don't want to happen is like for somebody like Sneeko or somebody like myself to speak the truth. Because when we speak the truth, they see us as threats. And you know it's a problem when they start to see us as a threat. You understand? Let's continue.
Really? Epstein deleted himself? Come on. One of the most high-profile prisoners of all time, and somehow all the cameras turned off. All the prison guards were like, la 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 la. Oh, this high-profile prisoner that we should be keeping an eye on, who has secrets to like all the world right now, and has secrets to all the elites. Oh no! Oh, and all the cameras turned off. What happened? Epstein? I don't know. I wasn't watching.
Is backing them up too. How interesting is that? If that's all just a distraction to like get people arguing, make it so obvious that it was obvious.
They want you to argue about nonsense. The stuff that we talk about is so goofy. I'm with her. I champion women's rights. Pussy power hat, idiots. Trans bathrooms. What are you talking about? The issues are so much bigger than the shit that you fucking bicker about on Twitter all day.
It wasn't a suicide. It's so obvious. Let's release it, make it so obvious. Meanwhile, he's still alive, and everyone's trying to figure out how he died, and all they care about is that he's dead. There's virtually a media blackout on it for the longest time, but they gotta talk about something, because the longer the mainstream media doesn't talk about it, the more obvious it looks, and it's waking everybody up.
It's not waking everybody up, bro.
Most
people have no idea or care about any of this. You stay on TikTok looking at James Charles twerking.
You know how many people who are super anti-conspiracy theorists, they're all into Epstein now. It's like when 9/11 happened, that woke up a lot of people. 9/11 woke people up. A lot of people say, well, it started with 9/11. A lot of people are gonna say it started with Jeffrey Epstein. People that hate conspiracy theorists are all into it. They're all,
Michael.
And they forgot about it within 6 months. That should have woke people up, man. You think that dude is still alive somewhere. That dude's on an island right now. That dude has all the kids with him right now. Doing rituals.
If you want to be on camera, you want to be behind the camera, you want to do radio, podcast, whatever it is.
Burning them.
This is the thing you have to understand. You see how he's talking about all the rituals and all those things? Like I mentioned before, those are all demonic activities, all demonic spirits, all demonic rituals, all demonic strongholds. You have to be woke enough to be able to see these things. That's why I said that we don't fight with flesh and blood. It's the principalities of spirits, demonic spirits, and strongholds in high places. We have to be careful. We have to be vigilant. We have to trust in God. We have to understand that in order for things to get better, they have to get worse. But you have to fight against these principalities every single day, because all of these people that are part of the world government, they're attached to Satan and his demonic forces. You have to see the reality for the way it is. They don't want you to be woke. Always understand that in the back of your mind. They don't want you to be woke.
I'm alive. Fight like.
I'm so balls deep, and There's a guy on YouTube.
Yo, if you guys want to stay awake to some shit, they took this video off YouTube. But if you want to see him doing some rituals like at the smallest level, there's an Alex Jones documentary where he goes into the Bohemian Grove. I think you have to Google it, but look up Alex Jones Bohemian Grove. And yes, people are like, Alex Jones he's toxic, he's problematic and misogynist, whatever, bro. He went in and filmed these people doing their rituals with the goat heads, with the cloaks, with the music, with everything. That's the only documentation they have of it. They go in the woods in Northern California. They don't do it there anymore. Now they need to fly out to islands because normies can wander in there like they did in the documentary. But if you want to see some crazy shit, and of course,
you know what's interesting about what is being said right now? Listen, guys. Listen, woke fam. What Sneako's talking about when it comes to them doing rituals, you go to any other country in the world, they do rituals. They do voodoo. They do black magic. These are all demonic things. Unless that voodoo, quote unquote, is being used to help somebody, because there's a difference, right? You have the traditional herbs in which people use like certain plants and flowers and stuff like that, in which people use to basically cure people. And then you also have the ones that use it for demonic activity. When you come encounter with those types of people, when you come encounter with them, you have to be very careful. Trust in God, bro. That is the only way to be able to get past all of those demonic people and their demonic spirits, because there's a lot of demonic people in this world, unfortunately. You have to be very, very vigilant. You have to be very careful. It's very important. Let's continue.
YouTube took it out. Why did YouTube take it off? Because they don't want you to see this. Look up Alex Jones Bohemian Grove after this. Watch that documentary. You can see it for your own eyes. This shit is real. Elites all do crazy rituals together because they're all in some secret club. The reason they can all get into that club is by doing these crazy rituals so they could all blackmail each other. They all commit evil together so that they are all on the same page. That's their club, the evil club.
Every day he puts out, all he does is, he's written books on gangsters and all that. Every day he puts out a Epstein video, an update, and he just goes deeper and
What's his
deeper
name?
and deeper. His name is Sean Atwood.
What's the update every day, though?
Dude, it would take me 2 hours to go into, it's really all about Ghislaine Maxwell's father. He was the one who was originally doing what Epstein was doing.
If you didn't know, Ghislaine Maxwell is Jeffrey Epstein's ex-wife thing.
Epstein started banging Ghislaine. She takes him, she goes, you know what, you're gonna take over the family business. The family business is not just blackmailing the elite. That's a part of it. But
a big part of it, right?
You know
a big
what?
part of it.
Dude, her father, he's the one, Robert Maxwell. That guy was
I can't watch it on stream, unfortunately. But I mean, you know what will happen if I watch it on stream? Chat, there's only like a certain amount of stuff you can talk about before you really like have to be careful about what you say.
Facts.
Remember I said this, please.
think they're just
I don't mean to call you
distracting
crazy.
everybody. Oh, it wasn't a suicide. The amount of deception that
No, that's big facts. There is really a certain amount of things you have to really watch what you say on stream, because if you violate, you can quote unquote violate guidelines, and then from there you'll be banned for a week, 2 weeks, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You have to be very, very careful. Very important.
that's shoved down our throats. It's obvious now. It's all out in the open. So any plausible theory you can't laugh at.
Dude, he's
You know
in
what I mean? He
Thailand.
could easily be alive. Why did they need to show 9,000 jumpsuits and shit?
Look at all those
Like, come on,
jumpsuits.
man. Dude, it's so obvious. The craziest thing is like, where's the video footage? Oh, the cameras weren't working.
no.
Are you kidding me? The cameras weren't working at Epstein's prison. Seriously, the most high-profile prisoner in probably the last like 200 years. Oh God, the cameras don't work. In 2020, that ass. Does anybody believe that? Anybody?
No, did you see?
That's
not
the
see,
craziest
did
shit
you not
ever.
see the-
Wouldn't
And
you
that's
think
what they
it would
told
be a
you.
good idea to all get together and say, listen, every now and then some dude's we're gonna have to sacrifice one of you guys and just fake your death, and then you're gonna have to go to one of the islands in Japan or one of the
100%. But like I said, the modern people, right? People in 2022, they're not ready for that conversation. They don't know what happens behind closed doors, and they don't care to know. They sacrifice people, right? Babies, young children. People are being sacrificed. You have to be careful. Be very, very careful. Be vigilant. Trust in God, bro. God is going to reveal all those things to you in due time. But if you're not woke, you're not going to be able to see them for the way they truly are. That's just reality. You understand? But let's continue. We're going to watch a couple more minutes of it.
Probably have so many spots set up. Wouldn't it be smart? Go set up some spots in like the Greek islands or somewhere like off the coast of Norway, Greenland. Greenland could, who knows what's in Greenland? They could have all these cities for
They do. He's laughing, but they really do.
all these people that like they die, but you never see their bodies. They could just say, people used to fake their deaths all the time.
Watch someone in the chat's gonna be like, he's probably on crack.
Back in the 30s and 40s.
Yeah, but that
They
was
used to
before
fake
the
their
internet. It'd be
No, I
way
know.
easier to just kill Epstein.
Way easier.
You don't think he has a kill switch? Was tight with the royal
We're going to
family.
the trap house. What?
That's right.
The trap house? Who?
Try this.
Epstein.
Try some of this
Where
shit.
are we?
Epstein.
Oh, this
Well,
young
not only
woman.
Epstein was tied with
No time for homework? Essay Service delivers urgent academic help from over 500 experts.
the royal family, but
tight.
Jimmy Savile as well. So, I mean, they
Epstein
were both.
was?
Epstein
was
and
tied
Prince
with
Harry.
Jimmy Savile?
See, what's going on now is the biggest phenomenon that's going on right now is with the internet. The internet is like backfiring and it's boomeranging back at the people. The internet was intended to control us and surveil us. And now what's happening?
Okay, on stream, I'm saying it right now. Somebody record this because I want to keep talking about this shit. I will never delete myself. I'm a happy person. I will never do it. If they ever say that, if that ever happens, it's a lie. Someone clip that. It's a lie if they ever do it. And it won't happen. It's not going to happen to me, bro. I'm safe. I'm good. People are starting to contact me. People who have made it out, there's a certain level of people, like, it sounds crazy, but money's all a lie. This is all a scam. Everything that you've been told is a complete lie. And the people that have discovered how to get out of it, how to get out of the lie, are these crypto nerds. These crypto nerds who realize that money is just a game you can play on your phone, and they've made multi-millions. Those are the people who've made it out, multi-millionaires. Do you think, think about it, a lot of you haven't even met multi-millionaires or ever talked to them. Do you think that they took the richest people, who aren't politicians? Do you think they took
Exactly.
it? No. Those
Exactly.
people know the truth. If you ever get to talk to them,
I'm happy you brought that up. I've been saying that for a while. And this is the thing. We're going to be very, very careful what we say on this channel. We're going to be very, very careful what we say on this platform because this is not our platform. You understand? It might be my channel, but this is not my platform. Well, it is my platform, but it doesn't fully belong to me. With that being said, or it doesn't fully belong to any of us. With that being said, those people that took the thing understand that there is a reason why the world government, aka the elites, did not take the thing. And that's because they want to be able to indoctrinate you into their plan of trying to control you in order to be able to control population. You're not ready for this. Understand? A lot of demonic activities going on. They don't want you to be woke. They don't want you to see the truth, man. We got to wake up. Let's continue.
a millionaire, ask them everything you can. Because those people really know what's going on. To get to the top, if you really have ambition, if you want to get out of the matrix, whatever the fuck you call it, you need to see the reality of the world.
Facts.
People that don't have ties to anything, that don't have any bias or don't have connections to any party, talk to them because they know the truth. And those people are starting to hit me up. Those people realize, and there's some crypto nerds watching this right now who have made like millions of dollars like playing stupid ass games on their phone. It's dumb. Like, why would you work a wage slave job for your whole life when you can make $1 million from one trade? It's silly. Bro, money's all numbers. It's on a screen. And once you realize how to, I'm trying to get to that point, but once you realize how to do it, you're like, oh, this is all a lie. So talk to those people. They know. They know.
The internet was intended for scientists to share information at universities. It was invented from universities. Why'd they invent it?
It was all funded by the CIA. It was all a way to keep. It's always about the New World Order. It's always about the easiest way to control us. We can go on for 5 hours with this shit. It's almost like the CIA was created as a scapegoat, because the CIA ain't going to jail. How do you put CIA in jail? You can't. And then the directors, they're only there temporarily. They're in.
Chad, do you see all the bots chatting right now who have no idea what I'm talking about? Shut the fuck up. Why are you in my stream, dummy? This is dumb. That didn't happen. Then go away. Then go away. Bro, keep being a bot. Like, these bots trickle in from TikTok and just say the same.
All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to probably the last couple of minutes.
Young men going insane to that level. Why? Does people don't ask that question. They just blame guns and then move on to the next year and they say, government will never ban guns, yet what's impossible? It's too late. How would they even do that? Someone explain to me how they're going to take away all the guns. It's literally impossible.
We're going to get into the
Explain
weeds.
that. Well, what you're saying is 100% correct. Everything you're saying is right. The problem in that, what fucks everything up
Thanks for the
is
donos.
people getting blackmailed and people being compromised, and those are the people that are making the laws, and those laws affect my family. That's where it gets all fucked up, because everything you're saying is right.
Facts. I'm gonna say this one quick thing right now, and we're gonna end this video for now. In this world in which we live in right now, in 2022, it's nearly impossible to go off grid. Listen to me carefully. It's nearly impossible to go off grid. So your best option to think about it is just to be able to be on as many grids as possible. So if anything happens bad on one grid, you can go to another grid. Shout out to Andrew Tate, right? Mr. Top G, my guy. You know what I'm saying? And he's right about that. You have to understand, especially here in America, in the West, a lot of these elites are at work in order to be able to destroy you. That's just the truth. You understand? You got to be able to see the truth of the way it is. And once you see it, everything else is going to make sense to you. Understand? Once you put yourself in a position to be able to be on multiple grids and every other thing else is going to work out for you, you have to find the place where you're going to be able to have the most influence and the most power in order to be able to do good in the society in which you live in. If you understand, it's because you're woke. If you don't understand, you're not woke. Shout out to my brother Sneeko again. Appreciate the good video, man. This is going to end this video. If you like this video, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this video with your friends, subscribe to the channel at WokeEbucks, WOKEEBUKS. Tap the notification bell to get all the latest videos that I post. Patreon link will be down in the description below, as well as social media links. So make sure you go give those a check. Without further ado, this is going to end this video. This is WokeEbucks, and I'm out, man.